Hello, how are you? I want to dive right in today and talk about leadership. As y'all know, I love leadership. I have a program, Enchanted Leadership. I think leadership is the best vehicle for personal transformation. Whether you want to change or not, whether you think you need to change or not, it doesn't matter. People will make sure that they let you know what, in their opinion, needs changed. And that fascinates me. I mean, I've been a leader for almost 25 years now. And the only reason, and I tell people this story all the time, before this, the only thing I led was my dog, and I didn't do a good job leading her either. I was the only person, I was surrounded by 3 millionaires and a billionaire, hand to God, this is the truth. Those of you that know the story know it's the truth. And they could afford to pay $38,000, and I was the only one at the table that thought, wow, $38,000, yes, pick me. But I had never been a leader. I didn't know anything about leadership. I didn't know that there'd be so many people that were just so happy to share their opinions of me as a leader and me as a person and how I look and how I dress. And it's fascinating. It's the same thing when you get engaged to get married. How many of you, when you get engaged to get married, everybody runs to tell you their divorce story? They don't want to tell you how happy they are. They want to tell you how their marriage did not work out. And that's another thing that just fascinates me. People always want to tell you the worst case scenario instead of saying, man, I was so happy when I first got married, and maybe it didn't work out, maybe it did, but it doesn't matter. People always go right to the negative. And it's the same when you become a leader. Everybody wants to tell you about their leadership journey and how it did not work. Or everybody wants to point out your flaws. I mean, I was fascinated. And I've really been reflecting, because at some point in your life, not even your leadership journey, but at some point in your life, you're going to start looking for meaning. What did it all mean? And I've always been that type of person that has always looked back, not to live in the past, not to dwell in the past. I look at the past, I heal it, and I'm done with it. But to put meaning, what did it all mean? What was the purpose? Because you do, like Dr. Dyer says, you go from ambition to meaning. You're trying to start your business and make the money and have the cars and have the planes and have the programs and have the audience. Or you start a nonprofit and you build a nonprofit and you build it into this amazing gift, and you're helping so many people. And then you turn around and you say, okay, but what did it mean? And leadership's the same way. What does leadership mean? When you become a leader and everybody so joyfully tells you everything about you that's wrong, and not everybody is. I had so many fantastic mentors. My very first mentor, Prill, was amazing. She taught me so much. When I look at my path, Sherry, who taught me customer service, and Melanie, who taught me team building and extraordinary customer service. So many people came in my path to do that. But there were also people that were quick to tell me that one of my favorites is either you fly with the eagles or you quack with the ducks. That took me a while to understand that one. I was like, fly with the eagles or quack with the ducks? And leaders fly alone, and that's legit. If you're a good leader, you hang out with your team, you like your team, but you're not going to sit and drink with your team all night. You're not going to go take your team out to dinner every week, and party with them, because you're the leader. They're looking for you to set the example. So you're friends with them, but you're not best friends. And, I have found if you ever get really chummy with somebody on your team, it doesn't end well. It just doesn't end well. Because then they start taking advantage, and, everybody else starts talking. You just can't afford to be close friends if you're managing. Because department managers are always quick to let you know what they think you're doing wrong. It's just the nature. So you have to, as a leader, you first have to be so confident. You have to really believe in you, which believing in you, to me, is almost more important than believing in the mission or believing in what you're selling. Because yes, I sell my 7 days for professional women, to ignite their possibilities, awaken their dream, and find their new beginnings. And the reason why it goes with professional women, and I am kind of crafting that a little bit, is professional women are the ones that get their lunch handed to them the most. Because again, everybody wants to give them input. So it's actually the workbook I developed that took me through my leadership journey. So now when somebody criticizes me, I just kind of look at them and smile, and thank them, because sometimes the criticism's legit, and and I always say thank you. I'll think about it. I'll take it under advisement. And sometimes it's like that's really, I needed to hear that, and other times it's like, what were they smoking? But it kind of, you have to know who you are as a leader. You have to know what you stand for. You have to know what your beliefs are and what you value, because if you don't know it, it's so easy to get knocked off track. I mean, we all carry shadows with us, and shadows are the comments that people made over the course of our lifetimes that plays in our mind, and we don't even know it's there because it's been locked away. So it plays on us. So when we get in a situation that clicks that shadow, we start evaluating it. I mean, I have a shadow around weight loss. I can get to 150 and that's it. I stop. And when I was, younger, obviously, when I was in the military and for a long time, I never went over 125, 128. So I've been trying to really figure out what is it with 150. And I realize that now 150 represents, size 8, size 10, and I get self-conscious about it, about wearing tight clothes. And I know it goes back to, being abused. And so I really had to reconcile that and heal that and try to figure out where, to put meaning to it. So that's where if you're kind of stuck in an area as a leader, there's something churning and burning within you. And I find a lot of leaders, especially new leaders and really younger leaders, especially new leaders that are young, that are, 30, 35, 40, they're a little insecure. And not in an insecure bad way, but they're insecure and they don't trust themselves as a leader because most of them are just starting out. And that's the hardest part, is when you just start out. But trust me, it doesn't get a lot easier. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You've got to know who you are. You've got to know your North Star. You've got to have somebody that you can talk to. Somebody outside of the business, not any of your bosses, not any of your people that work for you. It has to be somebody totally unrelated that you can go to and say, is my thinking flawed, or am I right or am I wrong in this? What is it? One of the things that drives, my board crazy is I'm not great at math. Never have been, and I don't have the desire to be good. One of the first things I did when I took this job was hire an accountant, because I don't want to screw with it. I will never understand how a debit is a debit here and a credit over there. It's just crazy. Either you're a debit or you're a credit. You can't be both. But in the accounting world, you can be. Or you can't be a good number one day and then a bad number the next day. So I'm not good at numbers. I've taken, and I know this because I'm always telling people, 26 credits, 26 college credits in different types of math. College math, finance 1, finance 2, statistics 1, statistics 2, tax accounting, cost accounting, finance accounting, statistics. There's no economics 1, economics 2. I've taken my share. And, I would get beat up and beat up and beat up, and I would mopey mope over numbers. And I would try to force myself. And so I sat down one day with a mentor, and my mentor looked at me and said, that's not what you do. You're not that person. Don't be that person. Don't let people make you who you're not. Know who you are as a leader, be confident in that, and do that, and hire the rest. And that to me was so liberating. I'm the type of leader that I will see a mountain and I'll say, you know what, you guys, if you follow me, I can get you up this mountain. If you want to change, I can help you change. If you want to stop smoking, I can help you stop smoking. If you trust me and follow me, I can do it, because that's what I'm good at. That's my thing. If you want to get this bill passed, I will help you get this bill passed. We may not get it passed 1 year or 2 years, but we will get it done. I am a run up the mountain, follow me type person. I am a team. I want a team to do this. But not everybody's that person. Not everybody wants to stand in front of the room and talk and entertain. Not everybody wants to do videos. And that's fine. As a leader, you got to know what you're good at. You got to know what you do. And when you know what you're good at, hire the rest. And if you can't hire the rest, find somebody that's already in your team that's good at that. I mean, people that are good with numbers, they want to know that. I'm not a detailed person. So I hire detail people because it's not me. I'm the idea person. I'm the person, you know, I sound like I'm tooting my own horn, but I'm the charismatic person. I want to go out and talk to people. I want to sprinkle pixie dust so people know I can help them. You know, if you join the not-for-profit that I'm the CEO of, I will help you. I will help you stay, you know, and I don't want to bore everybody with the details, but I will help you because it's what I do. But if you want me to sit and do numbers with you, no. If you want me to sit and write policies and procedures with you, no. It's not what I do. As a leader, know what you do. Stand in your power and understand who you are, because you're going to get knocked off base. You're going to get knocked off base more times than you'll ever realize. And it doesn't matter. I've been a leader, like I said, for close to 25 years, and I still get knocked off base. I still get people that'll say, well, what about this? And they'll be like, oh, you know, or well, you didn't do this. Oh, you're right. Keep a good group around you that supports you. Find that one mentor. And if you need a mentor, reach out. I will mentor you for free. If you need somebody to help you through your leadership journey, I will help you. Because I know when I went through mine, I was pretty much on my own. There weren't a lot of women leaders back there, and the women leaders back then were so, I can't think of the word, they weren't sharing. They, you know, kept everything to themselves because this was their piece of pie and they had to protect it. Not like now where, you know, there's all kinds of women leadership groups and all kinds of mentoring groups. I will mentor anybody on a leadership path because I think we need to get many, many, many more women in leadership. But when you start leadership, just know that it's a personal journey, a personal development journey, because all your warts, everything will be exposed to you. But it's an amazing journey. And if you're interested in getting my workbook, I happen to have it with me today, although that's not really the right name now that I think about it. But it just takes you to the 7 days to change. It only takes 7 days to change. That's it. So let me know what you guys think about this. Put comments below. Let me know about your leadership journey. Please make comments. Let me know what you found on your path. And if you guys want to talk more leadership, let me know. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.